How does genetic architecture explain complex traits? Imagine trying to solve a puzzle with thousands of tiny pieces. Each piece influences the picture, but no single piece shows you the whole image. That's similar to how genes work in complex traits. These traits, like height or risk for certain diseases, are shaped by many genes working together, not just one. This is what we call genetic architecture. It's like the blueprint that shows how genes and environment combine to create the traits we see. In complex traits, many genes are involved, often hundreds or even thousands. Each gene adds a small effect, like tiny building blocks stacking up to make something bigger. For example, human height is influenced by over 50 genes, each contributing a little to how tall someone becomes. It's not just about one gene causing tallness or shortness, but a mix of many. Genes don't act alone. They interact with each other in ways called gene interactions or epistasis. Sometimes, the effect of one gene depends on the presence of another gene. This makes predicting traits more complicated because it's not just about individual genes but how they work together. Environmental factors also play a big role. Nutrition, lifestyle, and even exposure to toxins can change how genetic predispositions show up. For example, someone might have the genes for being tall, but if they don't get enough nutrients during growth years, they might not reach their full height. Some genes influence many traits at once, a phenomenon called pleiotropy. This can make it tricky to predict how a single gene affects health or appearance because it might impact multiple areas of the body or health. Most complex traits are polygenic, meaning they are influenced by many genetic variants spread across the genome. Some parts of the genome have a bigger impact than others, but overall, the influence is widely distributed. This is why traits like blood pressure or body mass index don't follow simple inheritance patterns. Genetic architecture can vary between populations because of differences in gene frequencies and environmental factors. This variation affects how traits are inherited and expressed in different groups. Understanding genetic architecture helps explain why complex disorders don't follow straightforward inheritance. It also improves how we predict risks for diseases like diabetes or heart disease by analyzing many genetic factors together. Modern tools like genome-wide association studies identify small effect variants linked to traits, helping us develop personalized health plans. In practical terms, knowing about genetic architecture allows us to estimate an individual's risk for certain conditions by combining information from many genes. It's also used in agriculture and animal breeding to select desirable traits by considering the combined effects of many genes. In medicine, it helps tailor prevention and treatment strategies based on a person's unique genetic makeup and environment. Overall, genetic architecture shows us that traits are shaped by a complex web of genetic and environmental factors. It guides us in understanding hereditary health and disorders beyond just single gene explanations, making family genetic testing more accurate and meaningful.